as a digital simulation, really, to digitalize, to steal life. It is an anti-life program. It's moving from carbon-based life to silicon-based life, to a digital twin of the world that they can control, that is disconnected from spirit.
I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. In the bright glow of the dawn, I see myself clearly, bringing in a new day. The old way of doing things is done. I don't care what you say. Monsters don't sleep under your bed. They sleep inside your head. And if you haven't done the shadow work, you're left behind is where you stay. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the street. We gotta protect plus homeschool. Our babies is a must. They not just no moms, but also no posse. Smola, worshiping pedophiles. Wanna feed our children's spirits to robots. Turn all of us from carbon-based to silicone-based. Should be where the shit show stops. Get back to doing for ourselves. Water system irrigation and grow crops. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to walk with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets. I'm saying I'm not some master teacher, no am I some pastor or preacher. Was released from prison with this passion to speak of. After doing 25 years in the beast cuffs, realize they tried to teach us spiritual, mental, physical diet. They tried to feed us the fire of our ancestors resides in each of us. With that, I'm inspired to turn this heat up. I'm envisioning a world full of love and peace. Thus my decision is to war with this beast. Through tones, melodies, poems, and beats. But when the time comes, shoot it out in the middle of the streets.
We're really approaching almost like it's a Frankenstein moment. And they're framing it to us as, innovation, right? Where we should all be so excited that this is happening. And, I equate it to like the golem bringing in like these robots. They would like to feed our life force to learn us in every tiny detail, not to empower us, but to actually transform us into a robotic simulation that is under their full control.
Come on. You almost there, bro. Almost there. Survive. We was on. Survive. We was on. Push up.
I do it die for Chi-Town. Who am I but Chi-Town? You young fool, I'm too fly to just lie down. Blue sky but high ground. My crown slash helmet. It's for my aircraft stealth spit. Can't be tied down or even seatbelted. I look down, I see green like a Celtic. My heat pulverizes, the cheese is melted. The remnants of cash money, I dispelled it. You did the fusions in my eyes, I beheld it. The finger fucked, it caused my hand, I dealt it. Felt it vibrate from the gut of my pelvic. It bust off on some ice and some velvet shit. So radiant, I keep a dark room well lit. Cause you little goofies are well quick. Body for real, monkey velvet. Body you not for Mars, she's a female's clip. As a kid, all I did was fight. I did the bit with a knife. I know I can spit my flows to shit. To a fly low, haters wanna crucify a real man. I still stand with the still in hand, but we're Hiller man. It's not Cypress Hill, I'm Tuttle Sheep. I'm one tough cookie, I don't follow, I set standards. To catch me, you gon' have to do more to scamper. Need more to scanners, I'm off the radar. I am as you goofies play God. Some worship the Christ, others pray to Allah. Chase a high, drink paper or bruh. You stagnated, well I straight evolve. At a rate, I'm dated space AC, y'all. Buster stuck in the case, face off. Active shape The state is a fake, a fraud. Battlestar intergalactic, my mindset. Perfect comes from practice, so I rhyme best. I excel like I'm climbing the step. You got a lot to learn. I am adept, you of no concern. I am a threat. My measurement, width, lift, height, and depth. I'm just piloting up. Flying a jet, spray the adversary. Martial Chronicles like Ray Bradbury. I'm a thorough guy, goddammit. Symmetric apparel of a fly bandit. Mohawk, aviators, aerodynamics. And it's like I'm an arrow in precise transit. A Christmas carol lies what your fans get. Your world's in perils what I transmit as a transcript. Or I just spit it off the top. It's either shit or get off the pot. This shit's hot.
Wants to get his own crew, and everybody wants to get his own crew rich, and then they want the other little people never get a piece of the pie. I don't want to go for the cracker. I go for you niggas that think that y'all big too. I understand this. That's why you niggas and crackers can't stand me. You niggas just know that I know you can't do nothing if you're broke. Listen to me, young people and old people too, mostly black people. I'm talking to you.
Sure. Y'all really thought that I was done with y'all. Nah. I'm really down on y'all. Fellas up. We not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bond or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. Enough with the chit chat. I see through the side ops. Looking past the side spot. Third eye gang cyclops. I don't eat pork, but I will fry cops. For foes, my heart's cold as an icebox. I'm saying die ops. From the skybox. And got a scope on you pilgrims. The scope with some rules. Some of our folks are still dumb. Yeah, and blasting the fact that love, we gon' have this real show. Warrior spirits inside me. That's where it's real from. The world's a stage, page after page, script is played out. They keep us engaged, play king or raised. This is played out. Rules of a dying society should have been disobeyed out. Forehead and knees off the floor should have been prayed out. The draft is on, COVID's no issue. Could've blown it in tissue. Now it's control who blows the whistle to who holds the pistols. The debacle's about who holds who the fiscal. Disregarding the aboriginal issue. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is brown or flat. We want our shit back. A fool is known by his speech, yet if I don't speak, I suffer defeat. I'm other than weak, a sucker or me. Stand on 2 feet, or turn the other cheek. The wise man known by his silence, mostly disguised compliance. Silence by guidance from conspiring connivance. Other aspirants of violence, tyrants of fire. Striking the giants too high, I'm striking defiant. In the virus of migrants, I'm hearing the sirens. Me in my head, they've got indictments. These pedophiles, words, courts, and hymen. Alignments, the assignment. I'm not the wisest, I'm not a client. Refinement, and confinement, the requirements for this climate. Y'all push all the paperwork, or y'all can protest, but they can't escape this work. I vow to progress, don't duck, no wreck. True music for real. My soul they don't possess. Real foolish with no deal. Ain't playing with none of them. It's personal, know what the business is. Big monsters come full circle, so vacate the premises. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or whack. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, or Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. We're not going back and forth about this or that, whether your word is bound or wet. Here's a big fat, yellow, white, red, brown, black. Mau Mau, Big Mac, whether earth is round or flat. We want our shit back. Konnichiwa.
Right here, huh?
for my aunt baby. And the elder roaster. I phoned you. It's for y'all. Babalawo indoctrinated with the art of divination, power of Olaudomari and Arun Mila through initiation. The ether system, ancestors spoke, said this my proper station. Words and manifestation that speak truth, my proclamation. Came to earth with my calabash. Destiny in handle, I had a blast with the bags, cash in my past life. New hourglass, time to flabbergast. Mastered the craft, subtract trash, set forces in motion. On this path to determine future evolution. After I cast, add the math. Sound of my name in the ground and tremble. My glory great astounds the simple souls that relate. Profound and nimble, sacred estate, royal crown and splendor. Move from body to ether. I carry the Asha of Ifa. Unlike you proud deceivers, no one can stop me neither. The more I sacrifice, the more powerfully I excel with my Dragoon. Spiritual guys, cowrie shell, flowery smell, preparation, foreplay, divination is the doorway to a transformational process. Regardless of garbage, before day my light is so bright it ignites the night. Shadow work I fight right over might smite parasites despite the bites. Third eyesight, serpent lightning strikes, rumbling, thundering. The background so back down. I'm grateful to Eshu who would test you next. Rescue you from an oppressive, hateful cesspool. Wasn't sworn and I'm born divine. Spiraling fire adorns my spine. Odo for those who want restore corn and do not adore the swine. Perceptive, the tactical temple, respected or unturned stone. No detail neglected. Cherish the day, the moon in the sky. Oracle of the original perspective. I did this in heaven religiously. Divinity your written history. Put in remission your misery. No chicken feet, father of mystery. Let this be spoken at last the one. Fast as I spit the tasks done. Come to pass the drum outlast the gun. I don't rise from the ash, I'm the dazzling sun.
And my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all, that's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who could have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of blame, by God, it's overdue and your time is to the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down with suppressors attached in a war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan, backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful simple. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. Over meals too late when the caps get bills. Don't believe it till you see type. Going hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red in my vision through sight. It's killer big kills whenever I fight. From above I be given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' rid them all, so gon' pass the kite. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender. 3 pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, need no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do is such a gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump. Gimme, push. Step, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Is day or dark creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art or make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge one is when the rhyme and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my arc field. Took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure, I've more to build. Solid foundation, my crown chakra core and hill. Pound the pavement, sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, simple, highest form, spirituality's how you teach math, a humble beach and still a beach. Now feel the beach raft, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that wore them. Destroy this de facto government and its quorums, establish big law house so she may restore him. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge more is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes, marks once we make knowledge more is when rhyme and bass drop. The legs host, note to self, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk and spaz. Most of them got vaccinated with chips in their ass, plus rappers sacrificing each other for percentage cash. Second, watch videos without the subliminals, predictive programming, weirdo, strong menstrual shows. The land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, plant minerals, the water and skies I fry. With chemicals, technology, get me here in front of my desktop, perusing these speech and whatnot for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, ex-Martian spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best sport. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray my art her make the page.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Yeah, what's going on? Haas, what's going on? Something to drink there. Something to drink. This is TCRHHCC over in Tuba City, Navajo, go to hospital. And this is fruits. You're gonna have fruits, know which ones to have, and have them in the AM. Unless you want to have a steak, but you don't eat carbs. Make sure you get protein and fats and macronutrients. If you're getting involved in that, pay attention when you should have fruit compared to when you should. Almost no carbs. We don't know that Robbie Robinson and a plethora of other individuals actually were behind most of, you know what I mean, what you should eat compared to what you should. Not everybody else on the other side. Macronutrients, this, that, and all the other goofy stuff, making them sound more techno savvy. It's not even that serious. I remember my great-great-uncles and all the men in my family when I was growing up, stronger and powerful, faster than anybody. Now it all flipped hand because of some wars and stupidity. We're still here. We know the truth. Regardless of people accept it or not, we don't really care. It's what it's about, culture. What is culture? Well, I had an individual attempt to argue with me from Africa, and I got some friends of mine who lived there, who are 6 generations over there, like over there before Marcus Garvey, from here. And they're running around educating people. They're where people come from the Caribs. They're where people come from the northern parts and so-called eastern parts of Africa, and they're ignorant to a lot of truth, and they go to the UK, this, that, and they have an island, and most of them, an island like, a Carib-like accent thrown in with the English, with definition of what English is. And they're really, like I said, we have a Nidus in college over there, and he's educating a lot of people. He's not the only one. There's a plethora of individuals over there who are educating them. And it's not about what you say, it's about people actually doing the research. But what I'm going to do is I don't have to do research. You can research it and find out for yourself, whether it be rock and roll, country, punk rock, it doesn't matter. Rock. All right, we already know who the grandma, the queen of rock is. But regardless of that, bluegrass, I haven't yet to see anything other than the damn river dance, and a couple other things. And this is not, and if you feel like this is racist or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I got to say to you, because some of you like to sit on it and spin. So let's just keep it simple, because I really don't care about you anyway. What matters to me are the people who got sensibility and responsibility, and they have some morality. A lot of that's going away, sadly. Clothing. This guy tried to argue, and I'm looking, and I'm putting pictures up, showing him these idiots running around with the pants sagging, the bandanas, the wave caps. Someone ain't got hair on their head. The ball caps, the fitty, regardless of the sports. You gotta look at who created the fitty. Anyway, regardless of all that, they're all running around there, and there's a lot of cities in North Carolina where ain't nobody running around with some big fat. That what happened to Ethiopia should never happen, just like with the Sinhalese and everybody else. It's this worthless ass government, the CIA, the Mossad. Those are the bastards that create this. And it doesn't matter, because we got a lot of Palestinians over in Europe. They're upset, all the immigrants. It's being done everywhere. Okay? But culture. I always get this from these idiots. What's your culture? Well, Dan, you've been wearing it for a minute. How you like it? We get so complacent and then comfortable in our ignorance, and then we think we're on a steep roller coaster ride that's with the loops and the snake lines and all that, and they think it's fine. What I notice about so-called black men today, they're very unaware of their ancestral heritage. They keep buying into these worthless neighborhoods, keep pushing this out of Africa, this Islam and all this other crap, and Jesus going to work it out for you and everything else. And a lot of these bastards want to do like homeboy, close the thing, let's get that 40,000. Is that part of our culture? Absolutely. Church, damn right. We made it a mainstay. Not you light-skinned folk. We made it a thing. Because most of the world back then didn't really want nothing to do with church. Especially after they come over here and do a whole lot of killing and everything. A lot of them knew. Culture. What is not our culture is war. How about that? But we're damn good at it. I mean, you got to look at Britain. The Special Forces, all they did was copy off our ancestral heritage of whether you want to like it or not, Tartary and our jungle fighters. And then the grandfather of ODA here went over there and created Delta. What is our culture? It seems like everybody's living it. I argued with the Navajo when I lived amongst them. I said, fried bread is, that's garbage. It's brand new. When was all general purpose flour created? I said, Google. Now look at my ancestors on the coast making whole cake. And fried bread is a residence of what's called cornbread, which y'all never knew nothing about until Jiffy came out. It's like my great-great-uncles, the other ones who worked with R.J. Reynolds to show him how to cultivate tobacco. So you want to know what our culture is? How are you guys living it? Are you enjoying it? The fact that I had to prove that Maxim didn't make the first machine gun, my brother did. I put the post up, and they wanted to lie about that, just like the automobile, the plane, the blimp, everything. Now they're trying to put this some Arab joke on, you know, oh, made the first airplane. Stop it. You know, when you look at the time when they try to illuminate this person, it's the same people doing the dumb stuff, okay? The same people. Reverse engineering. That's what they came here for. Now the same idiots want to crush all of you goofies. It don't matter. We always say the West. I can't still you believe y'all buy into that. But yeah, the same goofies are doing it right here. They haven't left. The dual citizens, they're making laws, everything else, trying to take your guns. And all y'all worried about culture. You don't even know what damn culture it is. Everybody, and there's nothing wrong with it. To me, it's a form of flattery. But the problem is a lot of you are very ignorant. You're dumb. You know, I was talking to a couple light-skinned my brothers of mine over on Page, right? We was texting, right? I said, you know, it's funny, like everybody doing pork, beef, and chicken. Pork, beef, and chicken. I said, and you'll ever research the history of that and go back before 1825? Where do you see a chicken, a pig, and this new age cow? Well, you know, well, I said, oh, of course, you're going to go right to Google, right? Why don't you use some of the platforms I gave you? I answered a lot who said they didn't eat that crap. They said they didn't know what it was. Not until World War II, Korean War, and Vietnam that we started really, really getting into it. Now they talk about the slave thing and chitterlings. Yeah, we showed everybody how to cook all that shit too. And you know why they used to put, my ancestors used to put cloves in the hand? Oh, you would think, oh, it has to have science. You got to have all this. No, it's because they're aware of cloves and pineapples kill parasites. And when you learn how to make macaroni and cheese and real potato salad, then you come and talk to me. And not that crazy ass stuff. And I've had enough of the incredibly stupid, the mental desperation of no fluidity at all. And instead of people really researching something to find it, they probably be listening to those retards handing out those white supremacists, Aryan Front, and all that other goofy America, you know, all that goofy stuff. Talking about, yeah, with that fake head, the first Viking, and all this other dumb stuff. I say go and check Jeremiah while he actually go into your history books to point to the facts of what is what. The word Scotland and Ireland, what it actually means. The fact that people are having, this is not knocking, we are where we're at right now. But damn it, if you forget the past, you're doing the repeat or even worse. And y'all see what the worst is about, they're about to give it to you. It doesn't matter, I don't care about how you feel. I don't have feelings like that. I don't really care. This is weird, you're either gonna get a hold of the truth or you're gonna bite the bullet. And that's it. That's how they've laid it out. Okay? Talking about culture. Fool trying to tell me Timberland, that's the tree there. I said, it's funny how we had a sister made a song, Strange Fruit. So, is that what that is? That's a peace tree? No. That's a slap in the face of the mother tree. People don't even know. And we made those a household name in the goddamn 70s and 80s. Timberlands, Adidas, Nikes, Chuck Taylor's, Converses. Oh, they was playing the Boston Celtics stuff, so, you know, pro kids. I didn't say pro kids. Converses, yes. But we made it a whole name during the hip-hop era. They were cheap. Wasn't nobody trying to wear all that crap. They were still wearing them funny Adidas with them big Buster Brown tips. We made Luzoot suits, which is as a composite of an ideology from Tartary, whether you like it or not. 3-piece. You know, people don't like nothing that's based on reality. When I read the fact that we made the first Big Ben original mechanical clock, they'd be like, wow, yeah, you didn't. If you feel some kind of way, you think I care. Look I'm not doing no marches or anything. I'm not trying to cause any problems with your life. It's enough that you're living a lie. More of you. And some of y'all still listen to these Morehouse and HBCU idiots. You know what I mean? Hey, I'm watching these sisters. They doing this. Oh, they call themselves the long lean or walk. And they're walking with heels on, leaning back like this. Like it's something. I said, you look like some broke-ass giraffe, elephant, damn gorilla hybrids. They look so stupid. And they think they're doing something. Oh, they created it, and there are people doing it. Japan, they got friends all around the world. Y'all be surprised. And they're following the dumbest thing, culturally ours. But I can't. I had to pull the card and cut it up and burn it. Keep calling yourself black, white, all these dumbass crayon colors. That is not even our culture. You know, people get a conscience. I know everything come out about the FBI goofiness with the FBI paperwork on King, right? He told you who we were. And even Coretta Scott King wrote this goofy ass book. Well, not his daughter, right? Excuse me. And she come with that slave shit, which in historical records is POWs. My people were never no slaves on this land, and they weren't and still aren't no goddamn citizens. By way of the church that helped with the Margaret Sanger crap and a plethora of other things, betrayal on the highest level so they can enjoy their perversions because they steep themselves in it. You can go and look at the documents. A lot of ministers or preachers that passed away where they're telling the truth for them. This is some kind of perverted game. And some of y'all just can't let go of it. I'm not telling you to let go of the Most High. Hell no. I'm telling you, stop dealing with that whitewash vernacular that has nothing but a piss contest that has nothing to do with truth. And these worthless fofos on all sides that keep pushing the BS because they can't accept truth, or some of them find they might lose benefits. 3051, 301, 550, whatever that shit, 3C, whatever that crap's called. I don't like holding on to stupid stuff like that. You know? Culture. And the very ones saying it, you look at what they wear. Then look at what they eat. The brother in Africa was trying to argue with me talking about okra. Always, I says, no, it ain't. No, it ain't. I say 164 of the fruits and vegetables y'all have, if you're still growing them, come from the fuck here. This is known the world over. I learned that in Germany. Not even from my relatives. And some people are like, well, you know, you look Indian. Oh, shut up. The fuck does an Indian look like? First of all, even that's another doc that belongs to the state. I'm not none of that shit. I was running around using the term autochthonous for the longest time, and if nobody bought it, they were like, what's that? What's that? Instead of researching it. Now people have bought into it in the last handful of years. I don't want nobody to buy into it and throw it all around. Culturally, even in language, you give it to us again. And it's always the idiots. It doesn't matter, agent, fake Jew, or whatever. It don't matter. Prolificate in their own dynasty destruction because they have a hard time dealing with reality. That's why the world runs around crippled like it is, attempting to paint a picture for tomorrow without even knowing the picture that they had yesterday and the motherfucking picture they're involved in today. Tomorrow don't exist. Hell, that's even, you look at the term tomorrow. You know? I can't believe that y'all think you know who you are still arguing with these individuals who come along talking about, and you see where the information's coming from when they start talking about sub-Sahara. What the fuck? We ain't from no goddamn, ain't nobody in sub-Sahara. You know, it's the dumbest things that you hear coming out of people's mouths. But you got to remember the idiot behind the background that's saying it because they know a lot of you haven't tapped into your true design. So you're going to be emotional and feeling, and you want to fight and argue and shit, and you have no focus and direction because if you did, you wouldn't be wasting your time with them at all. Okay? The mindless. And that's all. But I'm pointing out everything, everyone. All right? Stupid is stupid. I had one of my homies who speaks Spanish. He's like, yo, man, wait. I says, let me tell you the fuck out of here. I says, colonization happened from the tip all the way up, motherfucker. And there's a lot of people who are relatives, we don't all look alike. I says because that's what comes with it. You see that over in the UK and this, that, and everywhere else, even on the Ivory Coast. Over the last 60 years, you see it. Even Australia. With some of the most horrendous things are going on over there, just like Papua New Guinea and everywhere else. The Anu people, they were still trying to paint them like they look like them today. I got 100 pictures of the Anu people. They didn't. I visited them. I went up to the damn, what you call it, the top people helped show them how I learned it. The fact that the Peckerwoods was going over there breaking the nose off of some of the masks that showed that nose. And the funny thing about all this, them 100 pictures, they don't look like the Japanese today. The hell, they look like the Australians, Papua New Guineas, the people out, the original people of Louisiana, going all the way down to Belize and everywhere else, where I pull pictures of the same damn Easter Island, fake ass Easter Island, right? All that. Nobody want to hear this garbage no more. The men and women who had all 43 chromosomes being killed off by those, I guess you have to be missing a chromosome or two to do the dumb stuff that they do. Pleasant individual. I'm about saving women and children. I don't like to see broken and messed up relationships. I don't have people know better than to walk on me too. But you could do things verbally. I studied law. I studied enough law to know, and I still read stuff and study to know their goofy ass laws. Because people live and swear by them as a vice and a tool, a weapon. I mean, not as a tool, but a vice or a weapon. Our people, the laws don't even apply to them. My people are not citizens. When I was in the military and I was telling that to Commander Pike, he's like, yo, Commander Pike was like, break it down to me a little more. He runs marathons, the reason why I got into it. And I was talking about the SEALs then because everybody knew, Commander Pike, all of them knew that I wanted to be a Legionnaire. And I was thinking about getting out the Navy, and they were going to allow me to go and knock on one of the 2 doors so I can follow my brothers who went when I caught pneumonia. I really wanted to be a Legionnaire. Yeah, I don't care about what they fight and whatever. So when I started thinking about, okay, well, I'm going to start hitting the gym, powerlifting to give it up, start swimming a lot more. I was a lifeguard at one time, and then had an injury, blah, blah, and I became afraid of the water, as crazy as that is. Even in the Navy, when I jumped in the water, I had somebody behind me who couldn't swim, kicking me under the water. It was just like, come on, man. I was like looking at the guy, can I just swim around? I'm going to drown this guy. You know how people brothers who can't swim, they try and, instead of paying attention, getting the legs to go out in a circle and keeping their hands to keep the water up, to keep the above. This guy was kicking me behind. I had nail prints. I said, let me swim, man. Let me swim. I don't care if I got to swim an extra 10 minutes. Anyway, so he said he wanted to hear more about it. So I shared it. And he was like, you got to be careful talking about that stuff. Why? And they knew I wasn't no damn citizen. It doesn't matter what the idiots do in the system. That's why it's called a system. Ain't no goddamn, my great-grandmother, mama, they made sure you ain't no citizen, boy. You on your land, boy. Just remember that. You on your land, boy. They had that tobacco, they had that snuff up in her lip, right? Drinking that, what you call it, tobacco tar coffee. Oh, okay. Okay. I thought everybody else knew the same thing, so it wasn't debatable or questionable. You want to talk about culture? Culture is ours. And everybody else is cosplaying. I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. You want to talk about cotton, linen, and silk? Huh? The majority of you don't know nothing except for what curriculum made you know. And your ignorant ass mammy and pappies, not saying that to be doing a blight in that direction, but your ignorant ass mammy and pappies know. Okay? And you can educate them as well. All right? Because I've met a lot of old folk, 80, 90 years old, who was holding my hand, putting the my hand on their head, like doing like this in wheelchairs, the beehive, and some. Cause I like to go to see and play, cards and puzzles with them and everything like that. It was important that I do that and listen to them talk, especially when I had charisma, my service dog, and it was a magnificent thing. And how they would just like, forgive me. These old folk. I'm like, oh, talk to your children, talk to your grandbabies, your great, talk to them. We attempt, but there's a lot of malice and hate. I'm like, God, dog. So there are those who are tempted to talk and tell people they're sorrowful for whatever act, whatever indecency, whatever crime. But I told them, hey, look, the first ones that will lynch were you. It wasn't us. They started lynching us along with the Mexicans and the Chinese. The Chinese were looked at as black. The Japanese is white. Ethiopians, white. Most people in the Congos and Sub-Sahara Africa, white. That's why I say I don't argue with people who don't know nothing. To do that lowers your frequency. What am I saying about the circle and what's convenient for you? My ex-wife was a big time arguer and liar. My daughter picked it up. Hopefully they get better. All right, don't hate them. But there's still a lot of women like that. Just lie. And there are men who side with it because they're just stupid and it's perverse. Caught up because they need that affliction. It's not mental, it's not in the heart. It is something outside of their existence. Either rise to the occasion and sin, do the things that are practical, that allow you to see things as they should be, not as how they are or as they are. Okay? Hockey. The crap with the basketball just threw me one. Okay? Baseball. And so what they do? They gave Billy D that tweet, right? And all of them bring along in the all-star travel. It's like, no, we got family, man, who actually know the true history. We knew how the division of separation was created. And we also knew who was allowed. We had swimming pools that these several hours, and these people coming off the boat, giving, land allotments and told they can go over here while people were stuffing and going through all that crap. They would go and fill our swimming pools up with concrete. No, don't come with that. Oh, a nigga, a pickaninny got in the pool. That wasn't enough. They were literally saying, no, it don't exist no more, and they go build a different pool once they learn how. Oh, really? So I'm gonna get this little book on the rednecks, and you can see a whole bunch of black folk with feathers hanging off their side. And they all had these red bandanas around their neck, square knot and all that. I said, you know what a real redneck is? And then in France, that's why I learned about scalping. Let's make them bleed red, not red man. Make them red men. The dark skin, turn it red. Y'all don't know nothing, because you know exactly what turns this land upside on its head. They give these idiots the leeway to do what they're doing, experiment on everybody, cussing everybody's child, doing all the foolish things, because y'all can't get your head right. And then when somebody come along and can tell you a little truth, all right, based on some real facts that are researchable, you got a problem, because in your heads, them broken ass myriad thing you call a head, you can't accept it because you saw something that convinced you otherwise. Well, man. Daniel Dams. So, Doc Mark, what's going on, beloved? Old Mac, what's going on, man? Pleasure to see you, bro. I gotta plug this in and let it go. It's real frozen here. It's about to die. Oh yeah. So when you talk culture, first know what culture you're talking about, all right? But most of the world don't even respect. They respect what we've done, we've influenced, but people think it's about dress and music. Man, please. Mannerism. You know, the majority of melanated brothers and sisters here are very respectful, very religious, do their best to walk upright and righteous. You got a handful of individuals in every denomination. I'm gonna say that I don't believe in crayon colors and shit. I just don't. Not at all. In every denomination that do dumbass shit. Look at Brazil. Look at the Philippines. Look at the Fiji Islands, Hawaii, Australia. I don't have to go to the main super countries, bullcrap. Anyway, right? All around Hindustan. You already talking about what the Muslims in Syria doing to the Christians? What about the Hindus? What they're doing to them? We don't even want to talk about China. When they were going their religious thing and all millions of people they murdered. Catholic, crypto Jews, Christians. The fact that the Jews failed over there doesn't mean they failed at all. They're still using the monetary, the yuan, right? You know, it's funny. They pit them against America, giving them all our weapons and secrets, this government. Is it everybody? No, it's not everybody in the CIA, the FBI. When I'm talking about the bad people. Okay, I'm not talking about the good ones. There's a plethora of good ones, man. There are some good operators. I know a couple of fans. We haven't chatted in a while because it's just the way it's got to be. I know quite a few. Okay? Well, see, I'm no goddamn citizen. If I was to take my stuff and pursue them, they had to break off a whole bankroll if that was what I wanted. I don't want that. That's balance. Fuck one. That's going to be. I could care less about balance, honestly. Most of you don't want balance. You don't want the first thing to do with it. Some of you like being stupid. You like being deplorable. You like thinking you got an answer. You're going to fix shit. You succeed here, you succeed there. Is it really a success? When you put away the things that actually are the benefit of because you lack the responsibility to continue in it, to allow things to be revealed to you. Yeah. Those are the people I really don't want to see, but I'll see them. I don't care how you interpret that. It don't matter to me. It don't matter to me no more. I've had people try to attempt to argue me and say dumb stuff, and all of a sudden they stop. You know why? Because I got friends who hit me up saying, yeah, I saw the comment, and I know him, and I'm correcting Red. Oh, no ego here. Appreciate it. They can lie about genealogy, they can lie about history. It's one thing they can lie, that's all they do. It's another thing when you actually know, when you have the goofy ass documents. I actually have my certificate of life. I actually have my grandmother. I don't know how she did it. She was a nurse. She was a candy stripe, became a nurse, retired at 82 years old as a fucking nurse, making damn near $65 an hour. Still driving. Passed away at 96. Everybody's saying 94. I'm like, whatever, man. She was 96. It's like Mama Tina. They should have lived 150, 120. But regardless of that, she made sure I had it when she visited me when I graduated boot camp. She gave me my little, y'all know what color they are? It was like amber. White amber, it was old. With my feet printed on it. I have it. I don't need no goddamn title and all that other shit. These motherfuckers, that's why they're destroying everything, because there's a bunch of us like that. They can have their little motherfuckers so looking at them. I'm gonna take the shot. Those stupid motherfuckers. See, they goofy asses too. People think it's a game. You know what I mean? They think it's a game. Hey, Big Red, what's going on? What's going on, Big Red Tick? They think it's a game until it's not. Some people sit there and go, oh man, I wish I had that shit. Man, for what? First of all, you shouldn't have no need for it in this new world they create. Now we'll get to the point. Well, y'all realize there's some shit storms going on. The fact that you got a lot of idiots in the Liberal Party still wanting to talk all bad about Trump, this, that, I don't give a fuck about none of these politicians. They're bought and paid for. Yet he is attempting to do something while they're destroying shit. You see the weather that's been going on, right? Okay. Around the so-called world. Yeah, I still haven't taken it. I'm doing my best not to think about the damn pills. I had some bad headaches. That's why I had a beer and a shot of tequila yesterday, and it made it go away. I said if I stroke out, it's great. You know what I'm saying? I get to move into the next. It'd be my pleasure. That's how solid I am on what I'm stating. Damn. All right, y'all bought into it. Y'all bought into the shit. I got pale-skinned brothers and sisters who sound more Negro than me. Brother, if you heard him talking around the corner, you'd be like, oh, he gotta be a tall, 6'5" black motherfucker. He walk out of there blonde, two braids down the side, and you think he's trying to grow you a spot. Stacked, packed with tattoos and teardrops and shit. Yo, what's up, girl? What you say, bro? I'm serious, all right? Hey, Grand Rising. And Anahuia. The fact that I skip for that word Anahuia. You know how to pronounce it like that? It's my family. It's a tribe. It's not Cherokee. Okay? My grandmother named me home on the shovel because of playing with a fox in New Jersey up a grove. A red fox, they're not even there no more. And the fox didn't kill me. She went out there with a 38 yards in her little, them sundress thing from down there in Carolina. She went out there with me shooting. I said, you gonna shoot me, mama? She the first one to let me shoot a gun at 8, 9 years old. And she said, okay, he ain't killing you. I'm gonna go back in here. You're gonna need to help me pop these green beans. And, she's getting ready to make some hog head cheese with the white love that and mama and them, right? And she said, I got your pork chops ready, baby, and a couple cute steaks. Yeah. I got the little wolf, buddy. All right, see you later. He just run off. So yeah, that's who we are. Or those who are part of that. And I used to get my butt whipped in elementary, middle school for saying that word. I attempted to say it then because great grandma kept saying, no, Anahuia. We got some Germans. She made sure I saw the pictures of my German ancestors. She said they just returned. That's why it was important for me to find that one book, the Algonquin Conquest, the finding of Europe, Germany. That's right. Right? There's a lot of things behind that. Okay? It's messed up. The people have been sacrificed, murdered. Millions upon millions of our people. They little fake ass Holocaust. Right? Millions of our people over a 400-year period. Slavery, that's the slavery of the fucking mind, not be able to go through the Rolodex. There's other things, so I'm not here to talk about all that. Culture. You're living off fucking culture. Watermelon, wild rice, ginger grew here, everything, all that. We used to be tillers of the soil. Here these bastards come manipulating and they and I'm not saying this with hate and malice, and they incubator and Cabbage Patch children. Stow it away, just like they got them ready now. But this time they're gonna do worse with them. They want to get a hold of your soul, or they want to keep it trapped off, allowing it to have the knowledge to move beyond, to see the things that exist, so you can go into the next level of your existence. Y'all choose ignorance. You choose ignorance for whatever reason. I'm not into the reasoning of the dumb shit. Okay? It was too windy yesterday, y'all. It was ridiculous. Carrying a tent up, all kind of crazy. It was just crazy. This wind was just unbelievable. 35, damn near 40 mile per hour winds, y'all. It's ridiculous. You got to remember, we're over 4,000, 4,500 elevation, somewhere around there. But we get that wood today. If you donated, I appreciate it. If you did not, it is what it is. All right. Culture. You fucking living it. Okay. First thing they wanted to destroy was our breakfasts. They gave you all that convenient cereal for for the rest of you, you need to know there's a reason why you're not pressed with that garbage. Unless you still want to follow these sold out, worthless Negroes, these pharaohs and all them goofies. Okay? Dumbasses in California gang members talking about chicken because they too lazy to get a job and do the right thing. That's why Big U and all those goofies, Adam 22 is an agent. I'm tired of people just like that, Vlad. Like, stop. What is wrong with y'all? Oh, I know what happened. Because the Negroes in Louisiana and goddamn Georgia, they turned out. They wanted to hump every little brother and sister. Oh, yeah, I know. That's what's wrong with our people. We still allowing the sick-minded, the ill-will, the son bitch still moving with the enemy to be the deliverer for a damn dollar. Y'all better say your children. All right, culturally, how the hell somebody else that don't have the culture going to come in and take over the culture? And our culture still progressive unless they want you walking around with big box shoulders like Kanye and toilet paper wrapped around your body. Talking about fashion show. You know what I mean? Hair stuck up looking like a damn rejected roller coaster and shit. I mean, come on. Weird looking boots. Look like you Astro Boy. Come on, y'all. Now we got sisters with all that goofy synthetic weave in their head, ton of pancake batter on their face, walking around chinchillas and damn look like Bigfoot boots. And what about the ones walking around with them weird looking skinny jean bell bottoms? They ain't really new, you know. I don't even want to get into Swedish knits. I don't even know why they call them Swedish knits. Anywho, all right? The stuff we made something into something. And everybody else aspired, you know, to do. Watch Soul Train. They go watch American Bandstand. They're up on YouTube. So come and talk to me. When we was rocking, and my manager, Pam, she worked at the pro shop at the Roxy's, Twin City Breakdown, right? When we was rocking our shit, you had the fun house, and you had the Italians over there doing this kick dance where it looked like some reverse Russian shit. They were the dumbest racist son bitch, because us and the Puerto Ricans, little Cubanos, some Haitians, Jamaicans, we all got along just fine. And a handful of light-skinned brothers who grew up with us. And them idiots thought they was in competition with us, and they weren't even aware of the dance they were doing. We had already done. We were trying to get some of that shit passed off in gymnastics. They're like, no, we got the 4 exercises, we have certain things, you know. We started learning how to do the Kirk Thomas Flair, right? I was a Palmer horse guy, you know. Learning how to do that. Getting that scissor, swoop, 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 swoop. Getting the use of swimming, leg hitting the back, right? And then learning how to pick it up, you know. And I'm sitting there, and falling off and getting on the floor. And we started hitting the Thomas Flair. That was before I went in the military. You want to know culture? And our Korean brothers picked it up beautifully. Now our Chinese brothers and the Japanese brothers are getting it. The women in Hindustan started getting the Thomas Flair. I'm like, yo, I'm loving it. Brothers in Africa getting down and funky out of in France. I'm talking about Red Bull. Who's behind Red Bull? Want to talk about culture? How about the fact that we got guys on skateboards who are phenomenal from the history and its inception? They always wanted to paint a white face on something, just create color shit. The division is real. And if we don't put it aside and let the ignorant, the arrogantly ignorant, stay with that crap, well, you're going to get your just desserts. You know what I mean? Hey, Shalom. What's going on? Let's get closer. Oh, my apologies. You know what? My apologies. The wind is picked up a little bit. I thought my voice was deep enough to carry over. You don't say Barry White and all that. Oh, there they go. Oh, don't be comparing me to one. No, Jungle Monkey. Oh, no. Oh, I got better luck. No, culturally, we are the culture. It doesn't matter how you feel. It's not some out of Africa bullshit. It's not dismissing our relatives and our cousins. A lot of them don't know, and there are those who do. Like I said, I got a brother here. Let me pull him up right quick. I'm going to bring him on the podcast and let him straighten some of these cats out. Because and he's one out of a few. Okay? Let me see if I can pull him up right quick. It's kind of slow. Fear none everlasting. Okay, he sent me I don't have the notifications turned on here, so damn. Let me see if he's on this one. I have two accounts here. Okay, so my apologies if I can't pull him up on here. Yeah, my boy Lugar NC Your Shalom. This is my beautiful brother, our beautiful brother. I've said about 6, maybe 5 generations in Africa. He break, you know what I'm saying? A solid brother. And you can see all the brothers he's in tune with. All right? And some of y'all should know him. I have just seen a spaceship flying across the Orientville. It was really, really fast. Right, here we go. Let me see. All right. I would call him right now, but I'm not going to. He got it all, man. It's based on the Ankh or Isis knot is based on the icon of a winged serpent, dragon, or quill serpent DNA around a cross tower. Not only do these images and symbols denote life in this world, but also the afterlife and even death, or the point of the crossing, which you're not at the crossroads because you get to complete your circle of life, to transition. Okay? They had to give you that broken thing to keep you stuck with this stuff, man. He's got an absolutely magnificent, beautiful life. Dang it. So, I just want to see what I can show you. You know what I'm saying? His mother at 90 years old today. Look just like y'all's mammies, right? Y'all might have seen him. My brother. And he knows exactly where he's from. This is him right here. I know what the light sucks, y'all. My apologies. Yeah. And people were trying to get on him. He was like, I live in over here. I know who I am. I would be considered the true African American, even though my family is originally from the Americas. I know a whole lot of folk. I served with some in the military who knew that back in the 80s. So why are y'all still arguing with people who don't have a culture, don't know a culture, who are argumentative to the point that they're being pushed to do it, probably pay, and y'all waste your time, little time you have. What's going to happen? You know, I've always been a protector. All right, I'm protect everything around me. Most people have no clue of what real protection is. They don't train. They don't do nothing. It's all up in their head. That's the last place you want to be. You need to get in your gut. You need to get in your heart. You need to get in your lungs. You need to get in your spleen. You need to get in your liver. You need to get from the tippy top of your damn toenail to the crusty, musty part on the back of that heel, all the way up to that little last bald spot and the very tip of whatever hair and every length it is on your head. All the way to the tip of your goddamn fingernail. Instead of being stupid, hearing what you want to hear instead of paying attention to what you need. Can you hear me now, though? Am I good? I don't see nobody else saying that, so I'm good. So, what's the relationship between those who call themselves Jew and the so-called Negro? No, you're not nobody's Negro. You're not nobody's black, African American, none of that bullshit. All right? Your origin. And until you get back to that, all those little gold boot stomping Kappas and Sigma, and if you're part of that, that's your problem. But all of them who, for the fiat, do the betraying and everything else, it is what it is. All right. You've always had enemies on your land. And see, the thing about around the world, got enemies here, just like over there. They're supposed to fight back. It's their goddamn land. Just like them Palestinians supposed to be kicking some ass, because that's their damn land. You hear me? So it's the same dumb bastards on all fronts doing the same dumb shit. I guess y'all watch stuff and you don't learn nothing. They always say a lesson to be learned. As long as you stay close to the mic, okay. All right, I'm close enough now, though. Okay, thank you. I don't want to be on the lawn because I run out of town. I got to pick up the damn wood. Hopefully the wind don't pick up again because I really want to get up here and get this platform built. That's why I was taking some tools. I got some more in there. I got to take the nail gun and all that crap up there. Hope y'all get it, man. Hope y'all get it. I hope y'all get it. Sorry for talking so low. I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I know I didn't come on to read. I'll tell you, I felt like I was getting hit yesterday, so I had a beer and a shot to last asleep because it was windy. We had to actually build something. I got to pick up some nails and screws. We had to build something because, yeah, the wind was 10. 10 is 10 up, man. We have a hot tent. We have other tents and stuff like that, but it's a 10-man tent. It is. When it's done, we get everything out and put it up in the witch card. Probably ceremonially burn it a fire or something. But we got to get the building out there and get that done. And it's important. And again, like I said, for those who are really looking for land, I told you to get with us, get with Ganja, get with and we can work that out. Because we need to get together and get out of those ghettos and those suburbs and all that lie, all the HOAs and all that garbage. That's to control you. And if you're involved in that, oh well. Thank goodness that ain't I'm not with that crap. Paying people to get rich, tell you how you're supposed to live. But that's some crazy shit. Anyway, y'all get what I'm saying, right? Y'all get what I'm saying, right? My apologies. I got a couple of videos I'm uploading for the members. So if you're a member, you'll see the video. Look for it. It's going to be good. I'm not going to put it up on here. I actually got 3. I got to clear up some room. One's pretty long. Just wanted to let y'all know, okay? Those they're not supposed to be messing with. I don't know what's wrong with these people on this platform. But anyway, it is what it is. But I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. Enjoy this apple, drink a little fruit stuff, and I got another 30 push-ups to do. Shit, 100 a day, 100 days. Anywho, I appreciate you guys. All right, don't be sitting there arguing with people who don't know nothing. All right, stop. I know. Especially women, some of y'all gonna be like, I'm arguing anyway. Well, then you're not the woman that you're supposed to be. Go ahead, do your thing. Go ahead, you're in control. You bought into feminism, pushed by the CIA and some sellouts and everything else. All be the strength you're supposed to be. Stop arguing with people about meaningless shit. Stop attempting to prove it to idiots who only believe in their lie, not knowing that their lie is a lie. Don't bother. Okay? Well, we're beyond that. Don't be at the crossroads. Because you're not going to go anywhere. One of the directions is going to lead you right back to the goddamn crossroads. Okay? Anyway, I appreciate you guys. You already know, sisters, brothers. All right? Take care of one another. Okay? Get your mind out the stagnant ass gutter. A lot of you ain't ready for anything. But some people think they can do it on their own. Yeah. Them the ones be talking about, honey, I got 4 bullets for me, you, and it's just crazy stuff, man. Yeah. Don't be in that commodity, all right? See you guys later.